we have today? A BBC antiques expert, and we have a dual Belgian-Lebanese financier of Hezbollah, and art sales stretching from Shoreditch to Beirut. This is the explosive story of Oghenochuko Ojiri, the first person in the UK charged under new terror financing rules in the art world. Welcome back. Today we're looking at a story that blends prestige, politics, art and terrorism, because a well-known British art dealer and BBC expert has just been charged with offences connected to Hezbollah, the Iran-backed Lebanese terrorist group. His name is Oghenochuko Ojiri, also known as Oghenochuko Ojiri. You might know him from the BBC's Bargain Hunt or Antiques Road Trip programmes. I didn't know him because I don't watch the BBC, but if you watch the BBC you may have known him. But the BBC presenter is now at the centre of a landmark financing terrorism case. On Friday 9th of May, Ojiri was charged at Westminster Magistrates Court to 8 charges under Section 21A of the UK Terrorism Act 2000. This is the first time someone in the art world has been charged under this act. This act makes it illegal for professionals in regulated sectors if they fail to report suspicions of terrorist financing or money laundering. Regulated sectors include banks and financial institutions, accountants, lawyers, estate agents and art dealers and galleries. Why is that significant? Because the UK's art sector only became regulated under that act in January 2020. Until then, it didn't apply to the art sector. Between October 2020 and January 2022, Ojiri sold £140,000 worth of artworks to Nazem Ahmed, a Belgian-Lebanese man sanctioned by both the US and UK for financing Hezbollah through a vast web of companies and for using art and diamonds to move money under the radar. Prosecutors say it wasn't a case of Ojiri not knowing who he was dealing with. The court said Ojiri knowingly disguised ownership, placing art sale paperwork in the names of other individuals suggested by Ahmed's associates. Artworks were then shipped to Dubai and Beirut. Ojiri was in fact negotiating directly with Ahmed, congratulating him on purchases. So let's go through the details of what we know. So we know that Hezbollah is a designated terrorist group by both the UK and the US. Nazem Ahmed was sanctioned by the US in 2019, accused of laundering money and funding Hezbollah's leadership, including the then Secretary General Hassan Nasrallah, through high-value art and diamond dealings. In 2023, the UK followed suit, freezing Nazem Ahmed's assets and banning all UK business with him or his companies. Ojiri ran the Ojiri Gallery, formerly the Ramp Gallery in Shoreditch, East London. He had discussed the law changes with colleagues, sought compliance advice and read public news articles about Nazem Ahmed's designation, but ignored the advice. So this wasn't ignorance. Prosecutors say he knew he was acting illegally. Ojiri told police that dealing with Ahmed wasn't about money, but about the kudos of working with a big name. Like he thought it was prestigious to do business with a terrorist financier. US authorities described Nazem Ahmed as a diamond smuggler and art collector who used a complex web of front companies to bypass sanctions and buy over $1.2 million worth of art globally. Some of that came from the UK and some of it came directly from Ojiri's gallery. Ojiri is currently out on bail but had to surrender his passport. He'll be sentenced at the Old Bailey on June 6th. The maximum sentence could be 5 years in prison. This case sets a powerful precedent. It's the first time UK terrorism laws have been used this way in the art world, and it begs a huge question. How many other galleries, dealers or even institutions have ignored the red flags when prestige and profit were on the line? And one last update, another Iranian man was arrested under the National Security Act, a 31-year-old living in northwest London. So if you watched my channel for a while, you would know that I've been screaming for the last 2 years why the National Security Act and Foreign Influence Registration Scheme haven't been implemented. I even filmed police officers who had no idea what the National Security Act or Foreign Influence Registration Scheme was. And now, finally, we have had 4 arrests in 1 week. So drop your thoughts in the comments, like, share and subscribe for more in-depth breakdowns of stories that slip between the headlines. Until next time, I wish you well.